Dun, dun, dun.
Sorry about that.
Oh,
We are recording. Anything you want to chuck in at the beginning?
hello.
Yeah, an introduction.
Cool. Music.
Da-da-da-da.
What's that track by... It's one of the metal bands, like Napalm Death or something, and it's like 2 seconds long.
That'll be Cannibal Corpse.
And it's like 1.7 seconds long.
Yeah,
or
it's
something.
literally like one note on each instrument and a from the singer.
Cool.
Yeah, it's not as good
Cannibal
as their...
Corpse, do you say?
I think so. Yeah. It's not as good as their 30-second song on the album "Short Music for Short People," which is 101 tracks when you couldn't have 101 tracks on a CD. So the last 3 songs are all one track.
Right.
But each band, metal, punk, whatever, did a 30-second track each, and the whole album is just 30-second long songs. It's great.
Cool.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Short music for short people. There we go.
But this podcast isn't about music.
No,
This podcast is about movies and TV and pop culture.
It is.
It is. This is called the SNEWS Button. We do have another show, a review show, which we'll also be releasing this week. Feel free to go back and have a look at some of our other episodes, which it looks like some of you have been this week. Thank you very much for that.
And well done to Matt for last week
yeah.
for filling in when the rest of us couldn't make it.
Didn't he do very well?
He did.
He was awesome, wasn't he?
Yeah.
So we'll look forward to having him back. And we just spoke about this a little while ago. Jamie, if you fancy giving us a shout, letting us know when you're free, and we are looking for other presenters as well. So if anyone out there, if you know us, if you don't know us, doesn't really matter. If you're on the Isle of Wight, it helps. You know, so we are
Guest
after guests
presenters
and stuff. So if you fancy it, drop us a line. Let us know. Always Coca-Cola. No, I can't do that. It's an advert, isn't it?
We're not on the BBC.
Yeah. So do that. snewwiththecrew@gmail.com. Facebook us. Write us a tweet. Anything you want.
Yeah.
Write Adam a letter at the library.
Do it. I get bored some days.
Cool. You look quite bored today when I came in.
I was probably doing computer-based stuff and
You were
getting
just like,
angry. Was it past 3 o'clock?
It was close to 3.
That's why
you popped out.
That's why I look dopey, because I get to that point in the day and it's like all these computers and people make me want to fall asleep.
Even the computers were very slow today.
Yeah,
They were horrendous.
Imagine being there all day trying to do work.
There we go.
It's not quite the same now. You don't collect your clear refuse sacks from there, is it?
What?
Well, it's less busy.
Yeah, that's the only reason I used to go in the library.
Really?
Missing out. There's so many other things. We're taking over dealing with Universal Credit soon.
I've got
Won't get a pay rise, but I'll be doing
I've got
it.
a fairly good computer and access to books, so
Yeah.
I think I'm
A
probably
school
not
library, you mean?
I'm probably not the core demographic.
No, there's no core demographic anymore. We're more of a community hub. There's a lot more than just what you're mentioning that we do. But that's for another time.
Do you have
another
the
podcast.
DVDs?
We do have DVDs.
Do you have the audio CDs?
We do. We also
do you have the
digital.
Blu-rays?
We also do Blu-rays, digital books, digital comics, digital audio books.
Yeah.
Talk to me about digital books.
Yeah, there's a thing called Borrow Box, and you can get access with your library card and your PIN number. And
I'm
you
intrigued
join
now.
up and you get free access to
Very,
audio
very
books.
interesting,
Oh, yeah,
because
hang on.
you'd
I've got
think
something
with
to say
something
about
like
this.
you'd think with something like that there'd be an unlimited number of copies, wouldn't you? But
No,
it's
it still
just
works like a real bookshelf. Yeah.
So it's just like getting a book from the library. You have to order it
Yeah.
or wait for it.
Yep.
Yeah, I like this though because I've got an ebook reader
Right.
that doesn't have a store anymore.
Ah.
So I just steal my books off the internet and
Yep.
read them that way, or I buy the second-hand paperback.
Well, if you use
and
Borrow
read that.
Box, you can download them and then put them onto that device.
Yeah, so I'm all of a sudden interested now.
Cool. I'll give you the information after the podcast.
I've already signed up.
So have I.
Not used it yet, but
I used it to listen to The Martian.
oh right, okay,
Yeah.
fair enough.
Oh, can you get audiobooks as well?
Yep, e-books and audiobooks. All
Wow,
through the same
this
thing.
is amazing.
And digital comics. So there's
Good
like
stuff.
a whole lot of stuff.
Did
for
you
free.
know not the basic model, but the high-end Kindle has, when you buy a book on Kindle, you just get you buy the. It's one of the ways around. Because Amazon own Audible, don't they?
Yep.
You can get in your car. So you can be sat reading your Kindle.
Yep.
And if you take your Kindle in the car, as soon as you get in the car, it turns into the audiobook. and then when you
Really?
get out, you carry on reading it again.
No.
That's pretty cool, isn't it?
That's
Pretty
amazing.
weird. I'd get lost between the two versions. I'd like.
You don't, because it just carries on.
No. But yeah. But like my auditory, like receiving information, and then my visual wouldn't connect properly when I change over from listening.
When it
to
swaps over to the audiobook, is it you reading the book?
Yeah. No, that's the thing.
Or is that a silly question?
No, I was going to
There are
say
no
it's the other way
silly
round.
questions.
When you start reading the book, are you trying to read it in the style of like Stephen Fry, for instance? Does your brain hit words? Does your mind speak the words to you in his voice when
Yes.
you flip back?
There's
between
always
the
that danger,
written
though,
one?
isn't there? If you've got a version of something that you've pre-consumed in some way, you've seen a film or listened to a radio play or heard somebody read it, it kind of taints your preconception of it, doesn't it?
Yeah, like I've never reread Lord of the Rings since the movie came out
Right,
because it's almost broken the book.
right. I mean, some of the characters, you don't want them to look like that, right?
Yeah.
Or are they all pretty good representations?
No, it's like it's maybe not a good example because the Lord of the Rings is like they did such a good job on it.
But then there's.
But
they
I
brought
tell you
out
what, I definitely wouldn't read The Hobbit again.
No. Peter Jackson's in the news later on, actually.
They brought out the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy movie, and then they stopped using Stephen Fry, who was the voice of the first audiobook, and changed it to Martin Freeman.
Ugh,
and he's awful. And I can't now listen to the rest of the books as audiobooks and enjoy them.
I've got the complete radio play.
Yeah, it's not the same for me. I like the audiobooks because I
Right.
like the books. The books are my favourite version of the story, and having
It was
them in
originally
audio
the radio
form-
play, wasn't
yeah,
it?
Yeah,
So-
I just Stephen Fry was so good with the first one. It's just a shame they chose to go Martin Freeman for
Was
the rest.
he the voice of the guide in the film?
Yeah,
Right.
yeah,
I think you might have told me that.
yeah.
Possibly. Yeah, there
Anyway,
we go.
news.
Do you want some movie news?
Yes, please.
Infinity War is now the 5th highest grossing film of all time.
Is that before or after inflation?
Shut up, Adam.
Is that before or after? I haven't seen it yet.
This is before inflation.
Right. Okay.
Not taking inflation into account.
Okay.
Um,
So what is it? Over 1 billion and something?
oh, yeah. God, yeah. It's 1.6 billion at the moment.
Jesus.
Yeah. After taking 349 internationally.
And it's still only
this
the
weekend.
5th or 6th top.
Oh, yeah, yeah. So, that, I mean, when you get to the top, Avatar's at like 2.3
Yeah, I don't
or
get that.
2.4. It's because everybody saw it in 3D, Adam. It's
Oh, because it costs twice as
Yeah.
much to see it in 3D. So it didn't actually get as many views. It just costs twice as much.
Oh, I think people went back to see it in 3D. I certainly did. I went twice.
I hated it in 3D.
Did you see it in 2D?
Yep.
I never saw it in 2D.
I saw it once in 3D and didn't enjoy it.
I was pretty amazed by it.
You need a gimmick, though, to get people into the cinema to beat that total. It's not going to happen
No.
in any time.
It needs to be a VR
Well,
anytime
film.
you
soon.
say that. The latest gimmick is we've spent 15 movies getting you ready for this one movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, it could happen.
That's basically a gimmick.
Yeah, this is true.
Yeah,
You
that's
don't
a lot
think
of
it'll
money.
be the choose your own adventure movies then?
No.
Definitely not. So yeah, that happened. And it also had like a massive opening in China as well, which helped. It
China.
took 200 million in China.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, it is good for China. It's only the second biggest 3-day opening.
Only the second.
Yes.
Yeah, only.
Yes. So weekend box office domestic in the USA. Do we want to know that?
No.
No? Okay. For those of you that do. So, yeah, obviously I've got Avengers Infinity War at the top.
Yeah.
Life of the Party, no idea what that is. Straight
No.
in at number 2. Took 18.5 million. And then Breaking In is at number 3. And Overboard at number 4. Quiet Place at number 5.
I'm
There we
quite
go.
surprised at Overboard. Obviously, like being a swap round remake of the original, which
Yeah.
was great fun. It's probably quite dated now. I don't know, but I'm quite surprised it's done so well.
Yeah.
Like it's nice to
It's
see a
not really
comedy that sort of high up the list.
It's not really been over-marketed either, is it?
No, I've
Not
only
really
seen one or two adverts recently for it.
Has it opened over here yet?
No, I don't think.
Don't think
so.
it has, has it? Maybe
No.
that's why. Maybe we just haven't seen it.
Yeah.
The marketing, I mean. Comic book stuff.
Yay.
Yay. Deadpool 2.
Yeah.
The reviews are very positive.
I've not heard a bad one so far.
No, nor have I. Really earns its R rating, apparently.
Yes, yeah, I've heard that as well.
And the post-credit scene is apparently like the best. It's supposed to be fucking amazing.
Oh, okay.
So stick around for the post-credit scene, definitely. Hugh Jackman loved it, apparently.
Cool.
He's probably got to say that, though, hasn't he?
Well, he doesn't have to.
Well.
It's not Wolverine anymore.
True.
Say what the fuck he likes.
But yeah, there's lots of secrecy as well surrounding the content. So the rumour is that there's a possibility that stuff that's in the trailer is only like the first act of the movie and nothing else.
Good.
Which could be cool.
I'd far prefer that in a trailer, like stuff that's not going to ruin the end of the story.
You don't want to see 45 minutes of the film before you go in to see it,
No.
Adam? Are you sure?
No, yeah, I'm positive.
Did you love Spider-Man?
Spider-Man?
Yeah.
Homecoming?
No, The Amazing Spider-Man 2.
No.
They literally showed 45 minutes of footage in trailers before the film was
wow.
released. Did you not? Okay.
Oh, I think I remember you talking about that. Actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's absolutely
It's too
stupid.
many trailers.
Including the very, very final shot, actually, thinking about it, which is the one where it's him versus Rhino again, and he jumps up in the air and spins around with he picks up a manhole cover with his webs and spins around and goes to chuck it at him. Freeze frame. That's the last shot of the movie. In the trailers. Anyway, yes. So it's got a British release, 16th of May. That's this week, isn't it? It is.
Yep. 2 days' time? 3 days' time? Something like that.
Wednesday.
Which is cool. Are you going to go and see it this weekend?
I can't, unfortunately. Too many funerals to go to.
Oh,
so
yes, of course.
can't really go and justify watching Deadpool.
Can't get him to move them.
No. No. Too much family responsibility and people going back to other countries.
Yeah.
So they've got to be fit in.
Your family are only from other countries?
Some of them,
Not other
yeah.
planets?
No, not yet.
Have you seen Infinity War yet, Ross?
No.
No?
Nope.
Bloody hell, what happened? You had it all planned out, man.
Yeah.
Your girlfriend was going away.
Watch Black Panther.
Oh, okay. Did you enjoy that?
We're talking about this is a wrong show.
Yeah.
It is. You want to review Black Panther again?
Yeah, we can have Ross's.
Well, let's talk about
we can
it
have Ross's
briefly.
opinion on it. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and then it just all sort of fell through. Got too busy with the ripping
Masturbation.
out of the bathroom.
Doing what in the bathroom, sorry?
Ripping it
Masturbating.
out.
Ripping it out, of course.
Yeah.
As you do.
I took a week off work to rip a bathroom out.
Did you get it back in?
Yeah, it's mostly in.
Okay.
We got running water
And a bath.
and a bath and a shower. No toilet and sink at the moment, but that'll be done by the
You
weekend.
don't really need those, do you? You just
Not when you've got the neighbour's garden.
push it in the shower down on your toes.
Nice. Ugh. Right, more news about the MCU then. So, eventually, they are going to introduce Kamala Khan, Miss Marvel,
Yes, please.
which is quite cool. However, could it be confusing because of
No.
Captain Marvel?
Well, no, because she's called Miss Marvel and there's Captain Marvel. 2 different names.
What's the difference?
One's a woman and one's not her.
Isn't she
Comic books.
Isn't she a young Muslim girl?
She is a young Muslim girl who is technically an Inhuman.
Oh, okay.
And Captain Marvel is an ace fighter pilot from the 90s or 80s or whenever who somehow gets alien DNA.
So does Ms. Marvel name herself Miss Marvel?
I think, yeah, because she's sort of... Because Captain Marvel in the comic world at one point was Ms. Marvel. So she's kind of like a big fan of Ms.
Captain
Marvel.
Marvel.
So
Tell me how...
she's now Captain Marvel, so she calls herself Ms. Marvel because she's gained these powers and, like, you know, that was a superhero sort of idol.
Right.
Tell me how Captain Marvel's origin story is different from Green Lantern's.
It's not. It's exactly the same.
Except she's not green.
I'm a fighter
she kind of
pilot,
is.
and then I went into space, and the aliens given me the powers.
And they dressed me in kind of a greeny colour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm a man, and the other one is a lady.
Yeah.
Are they not female Green Lanterns?
Yeah, but not from...
No, it's DC. They can't allow stuff like that, can they?
No, all the human Green Lanterns are men, aren't they?
Yeah.
I only know 2.
One of them's the black guy's like special op, ex like sniper or something, isn't he?
Yeah.
Then there's the younger one who's really good at art, so his lantern doobies are always really elegant, and
Yeah.
then there's the meathead football player one who keeps turning into a red lantern, doesn't he?
Yeah, something like that.
What do Red Lanterns do?
They're the red's anger.
Ah.
Oh, don't ask me.
Yeah, all the lantern colours represent different emotions, basically. It's ridiculous.
There's literally a rainbow of lantern cores.
Oh, okay. I did not know this. Not really read much DC, really.
Red's anger, yellow's fear, isn't it? Green's hope, is it?
Yeah, apparently green's hope, not envy. Or like greed, which is what you'd expect
Can't
it to
remember
be.
what orange is. They're really They are literally
Yeah.
the colours of rainbow because there's like violet,
Indigo and violet and
Indiglo.
stuff,
If I think about it, the only DC comics I've ever read have been Batman and Superman. That's it.
Pretty
Nothing
much
else.
because Batman is the only DC comics worth reading, other than maybe a bit of Flash. Unless you're going over to Vertigo, and then that's
Oh,
different,
yeah, true.
The
I've read,
Green
Watchmen and
Lantern
stuff.
run from the noughties is really good.
Right.
From where he... 'cause what's the big bad yellow alien from the movie?
Sinestro.
No, not Sinestro. The actual, like, the living incarnate of, like, fear.
I can't
Like,
remember.
Hal Jordan basically becomes him and then gets stuck in the sun, because this is what happens to characters, isn't it? And then there's a whole story arc that goes all the way through the all the Green Lanterns. One of them's Blackest Night. Yeah, it's good. I'll get you to read it in order. I've got it saved in my favourites on a browser.
Cool. Okay. We'll be back with DC in just a few minutes.
But yeah, Ms. Marvel, I've been reading the Kamala Khan comics, and they're great.
Cool.
They give a very different point of view on the sort of modern life of a young Muslim, because obviously in America and Britain there seems to be this whole issue of people assuming that Muslims are a certain way, and actually, like, this comic sort of is written by someone who is a Muslim and gives
you
you...
drifting off your microphone.
Sorry. The woman who writes the Miss Marvel comics is a Muslim and has kind of beautifully given you a different way of learning about the religion and how a young Muslim lives in American society, as well as getting powers and how then she deals with that.
Right.
It's really good.
Cool.
The art's awesome as well.
I'm tempted. I'm going to go and read some, I think. It looks cool. The art style looks great.
Yeah, the
I've
art's
seen like
amazing.
pictures of her, like, you know, her fists grow to massive sizes and stuff.
Stretchy.
Yeah. What is that? Her main powers? Is she just stretchy?
Yeah, she's
or
got a few sort of... It's all kind of to do with the stretchiness, but she's, kind of can be quite strong and stuff because of the stretchiness. So, yeah,
Okay.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Cool. Do we like Quicksilver as a character?
I do.
He might be back for Avengers 4.
Yay, they're
Yay.
bringing back to life.
Wow, they're going to be a bit time travel-y, aren't they?
Well,
I
yeah.
imagine.
Yeah, well, or
So-
reality altering.
Yes.
So hopefully they will bring him back, because I thought that was a bad choice to kill him off in Ultron.
Well, it's
Is
you've
what?
got to
Did he die in
experience-
Ultron?
Yeah, he
I
did,
thought
yeah.
you were
Age of
spoiling the
Ultron.
new one.
No.
I need to watch Age of Ultron again, don't I?
By the sounds
I've only
of it,
seen
yes.
it once.
Yeah, I like Age of Ultron.
Yeah, it's
personally.
all right.
I think it's very good.
I have issues with it, but it's not awful.
Everybody, you've got to have your issues with most films, haven't you? To be honest, you know.
There is
Well,
no,
especially if you're Adam.
well,
Yes.
there's no perfect film, is there? But
Yeah, there is.
there
Why
is
not?
no such thing as a perfect movie, because if you had a perfect movie, no one would watch anything but that over and over.
That's not true, though.
no,
is
it is, because that's why it would be a perfect movie.
A perfect movie is a film without imperfections.
No. Yeah, because that would have to be no imperfections in any part of anything within the film. And to do that would mean you've made the greatest film ever made, and the only film that anyone would ever want to watch. And that's not possible. There's close to perfect movies.
Apparently, it's Cobra Kai, you know.
Don't.
Apparently, it's very, very good.
No.
According to Matt. And, well, and actually, in fact, not just according to Matt, according to bloody Rotten Tomatoes and IMDb, and everybody's freaking loving it.
That's because of nostalgia, Chris.
Well, no.
Yes.
No, I'm going to go and watch it anyway.
Yeah. I tried.
You tried?
Yeah.
You tried the first 2 episodes?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's awful.
Okay. The jury is out, because I never trust Adam. Right, Man of
No.
Steel 2 is coming in 2020. Superman 2, anyone?
I've said it before, I've given up with DC.
Yeah.
I do not care.
Okay. I kind of do, because I really like Man of Steel. But what about Peter Jackson doing a DC movie? Would you care about that?
No.
No.
Oh, dear. Okay. Well, yeah, apparently he's in
Hey,
talks.
this is not our fault. This is DC's fault.
Yes, this is true.
Yeah.
We're not bitter and twisted and like the 2 grumpy old gits from the Muppets.
They're just
because
bad
their films are good.
Well, yeah.
If they made better films, I'd be a little bit more excited, but they're just too awful to be making me excited, except Wonder Woman, Wonder Woman 2 I'm kind of interested in.
Well, I think it's quite interesting that that the Man of Steel 2 release year, and the fact that Peter Jackson's going to be working on a DC movie have both been released on the same day. Those news reports. I'm not saying they are connected, but...
You're hoping.
Well, you know what? I don't really necessarily rate Peter Jackson as a movie director, to be honest. I like Superman, but I don't want a movie that's weighed down in the middle by useless crap,
He's a brilliant director who needs to be coupled to an exceptional editor.
Yes.
Yeah.
And have large swathes of his movies cut out.
Yeah, but then that's the same with Zack Snyder and everyone else that's worked with DC. There's been loads cut
Zack
out.
Snyder's fucking worse.
Which is why none of the films make sense.
Because he's not as good a director either.
No, exactly. Peter Jackson might do a good job of it. If he turns out to be the person doing Man of Steel 2, I probably won't go to the cinema, but I'll eventually watch it and give it a go.
Do you really think you could have done much with Watchmen? As in, is there stuff you could have cut out without ruining the movie?
No, there's nothing wrong with Watchmen.
Watchmen's fine.
The theatrical release is fine, and the director's cut's fine, and then the super duper cut's fine as well.
Right. So it's just everything after
Watchmen.
that you've got a problem with.
It's
What?
Zack Snyder.
Yeah, not with that film. I've got no problem with that film.
Right.
I don't like the ending compared to the comic book one, but I understand why they did it differently. What I have a problem with is the stuff he's done with the modern Marvel DC films.
So just everything from Batman.
Yeah, no,
Superman
I like his version of Dawn of the Dead's amazing.
Yeah.
300's very good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I even like Sucker Punch.
Yeah, Sucker Punch is a great film.
Okay.
It's a weird, twisted
Just
reality,
talks to me on
but
quite a lot of levels,
Yeah.
because I play video games.
Yeah. I tried to watch it, and I didn't get on with it, and I've never bothered again. I realise it's visually quite spectacular, but maybe I'll go and give it another go at some
storyline
point.
as well. When
but-
you realise what it's actually about, it's
Right.
it's actually quite clever, but it's just seeped in visual effects to get you there.
Like a porn.
Yeah.
Rick and Morty, talking about porn, Adam.
Go on.
It's been renewed, isn't it?
It has.
Finally.
Yes.
For 70 episodes.
Yeah.
What?
Rick
Yeah.
and Morty has been renewed by Adult Swim for 70 episodes.
So now they can just make some here and there and just release them whenever, like I wanted them to.
Well-
I just hope they do that instead of 11, 12 a series.
No matter what they do, with the rate that they're being released, because I think probably quality control,
Yeah.
that's potentially about 14 years worth of
Yeah.
of stuff, isn't it?
And the thing is, if they do like 3 episodes of stories, like in the next few months, like leading up to the end of the year, they start working on some and they release 3 at once. I'm fine with that, like 1, 2, 3 over 3 weeks, and then nothing for a few months, and then another 2 come out, and then nothing for a few months. I'm happy with that. I don't care about it coming out weekly for 10 weeks. Just a little bit of Rick and Morty every so often, and I'll be happy.
I'd like 10 episodes in 10 episodes 2 times a year would be nice.
Oh yeah.
However, right, so there's
Quality
two
would
sides
go
to this
down.
coin. Yeah, there's 2 sides to this coin. Look at South Park when they started trying to double the amount of work and included writing teams and stuff, and like because they couldn't keep up, and it turned to shit like really badly. And since they've gone and reduced the episode number, like in each of the later seasons, it's improved again in quality. Another example of something that's gone really bad over time from Adult Swim, though, because they do tend to sign people on for long contracts. It's Robot Chicken. I've tried to watch some of that just recently, and the quality of that's gone down.
I think then
very badly.
The fun of that disappeared after 2 series anyway. It started getting weak after 2 series because it just became meh.
The humour's just not there.
No,
It's a shame.
Adam and Joe did it better.
Yeah. Oh, it's not the same guys doing it now.
Oh no, I mean literally like Adam and Joe.
Oh, the Adam and Joe show.
Yeah, they used to do
yes.
the thing with Star Wars toys.
Yeah, I remember
and it
that.
was actually better than Robot Chicken.
That's
like
an old show. That is.
Yeah,
That's a
yeah.
deep cut. When's that from? Like
Was-
early 90s or something?
No, late
mid
Was it late
mid to
90s?
late
mid
90s.
noughties.
Yeah.
It's so they do the ones with the actual Star Wars figures and animate
Yeah.
the mouths over the top,
Yeah.
And like not just that, but they do like I remember one where what's his name? Piglet from Winnie the Pooh was a porn manager or something.
Yeah.
I'm erect, why aren't you erect?
It's basically what Robot Chicken were trying to do, and the first 2 series were great, and then after the first 2 series, it just got weaker and weaker as it went along.
Who did? And this is probably late 90s. Who did the sock puppets late on BBC Two or something? All I can remember is this one where like the one of them in the counter of a little newsagents, and the other one's like, "Hello, how you got any jizz mags? Jizz mags?" And it was just funny because it was just a sock puppet asking for like a sock with a mouth on it, just asking for jizz mags.
You sure you didn't dream that one?
No.
Sure? I'll have to look into that.
I'm gonna have to Google that.
Yeah.
While Ross does that, Tremors, we've got a TV show coming.
No, we haven't.
Yeah, we have.
No, they've already cancelled it.
What?
Yeah, like they announced that the before the pilot had even been made, it was cancelled.
Adam, there's a trailer.
Yeah, and they finished making a pilot, but before they'd properly finished it, it's been cancelled.
Trailer's only just been released.
Yeah, I know. I read the thing earlier saying it had been made, they did a trailer, and then they've cancelled it.
Oh my god!
Because it's sci-fi. And I was quite upset about that because the last 2 films, although they've got Jamie Kennedy in, have actually been very good. But, yeah, apparently they'd rather make all the B-movie, low-budget stuff that people like because it's bad on sci-fi, because it makes them a lot of money, because it doesn't cost a lot to make, over the Tremors.
My god. So there are some petitions online.
Yeah.
People
Already.
saying, "Oh, we want Tremors."
Yeah.
That I got well excited, to be honest.
Yeah, so did I.
Tremors TV show starring Kevin Bacon.
Yeah.
Looked pretty good.
They
love
cancelled it before they finished making the pilot. They were editing it and sent out a trailer and then cancelled it.
Jesus, that's quite embarrassing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Other cancelled shows this week: Brooklyn Nine-Nine, The Last
Really?
Man on Earth, Taken, The Expanse, Ash vs. the Evil Dead, and Marvel's Inhumans. All of them gone.
Well, Brooklyn Nine-Nine's very funny. I don't know why they're going to cancel that.
Last Man on Earth.
Last Man on Earth is brilliant.
It is.
Why are they cancelling? That's mental.
Bad. So many
Maybe
people
the
watching
problem
stuff
is
illegally.
Yeah, everyone elsewhere
They don't
outside of
realise.
America don't get the channel,
Yeah.
and it's never shown over here until it's 4 seasons behind.
Way too late.
Yeah.
So yes,
that's annoying.
that's a real shame. And season
Maybe
4,
this is where the TV people need to learn. Put it out at the same time everywhere. Find a way of just putting it out in Britain on the same...
It's getting better at that sort of thing.
It's still really bad for some stuff, though.
Have you seen the end of season 4 of Last Man on Earth? Yeah?
Yes, yeah.
So it just ends on a massive cliffhanger.
Yeah.
So that's it. End of the show. That's so annoying. Anyway, talking about things that are annoying. Solo, Star Wars film.
Yes.
A Star Wars story.
Yes.
Yes.
A movie in Star Wars.
Apparently it's very good.
I've heard good things about it.
Yeah, apparently it starts quite slow, but it's when you get to meeting Lando Calrissian and the Kessel heist, I heard, then it gets very, very good.
Yep, I've tempered my expectations all along to the point where I think when I see this movie, I shall enjoy it.
Apparently, Lando Calrissian steals the show a bit.
Well,
Donald
it is.
Glover's going to happen.
Yeah.
He steals the show and then Empire Strikes Back, to be honest.
Yeah. This is true.
And it's Donald Glover. They've chosen the right person to steal the show because that's what he's good
Hello, what have we here?
But Alden, how do you say his surname? Iron Rick.
Yeah.
Apparently he's very, very good, though. Despite all the reports and everything, apparently he's got loads of swagger. And, who was it? Ryan Johnson gave it a review. Do you want to hear what Ryan Johnson's review of it was?
Go on.
Okay, the movie was great. That's the important thing. Donald Glover is great in it, but Alden is terrific. He's not doing a Harrison Ford impersonation, but he brings his own charm and swagger to the character. The big surprise for me was Phoebe Waller-Bridge. That's the girl playing the robot, right? And she has a few of the funniest moments he's ever seen in a Star Wars movie.
Well, that doesn't really say anything.
It doesn't say a great deal about quality,
No.
but it says that he enjoyed himself.
Yeah.
In parts.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah, it's not one I'm going to go to the cinema for, but
no,
I'm interested to see it eventually.
I'd love to go to the cinema to see it because Star Wars films are quite visually spectacular, aren't they?
You watched The Last Jedi on the phone.
I did, but
yeah. But
Do you
then
regret
Solo, I got a mate with a 4K TV now. I just wait, and then he'll get it on Blu-ray.
I do regret not seeing The Last Jedi at the cinema, but only really for one specific scene.
The light speed scene.
Yeah, the light speed.
Yeah.
What do you call it? Kamikaze.
Yeah. Rewatching it, I really enjoyed the opening sequence as well.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
no, it's very good. The
Yeah.
opening battle's
The
really good.
and the end's really good.
Except
but
for the bombs bit. Like every time I see it, it's like it annoys me.
What do you mean?
There's no gravity in space.
Yeah, but it's a film with wizards that
Yeah,
have light swords.
and there's loads of
All of
sound in
it's
space.
it's
that
all
are
impossible.
so
No, but
annoying.
hang on.
And what?
There's gravity in the ship they're in.
Yeah.
So whatever speed they fall at,
Oh, it would just
they
be
will just
propelled at that
continue
speed.
to
The
fall at
momentum,
that speed.
Ah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cured.
If
Thanks,
you're
Ross.
going to use science, that's the science you
science there
use.
for you.
But it is a
My other
film with
half's-
wizards.
My other half's a science teacher. She couldn't even sort that out for me. Thanks, Ross. Cheers. Do you want to change departments, Ross?
No.
No, I didn't think so. Right. Apparently, what's the name of the director? Oh, yeah, Ron Howard. Apparently, Ron Howard filmed like 70% of the film that we're seeing,
Oh, right,
Really?
okay.
which is cool.
So they didn't do much then before with the last
Oh,
lot?
yeah, they did, but they just scrubbed it all out.
Oh, okay.
Got rid of it. So, yes, and his brother has got a cameo, because I don't know if you know this, but Clint Howard is in every single Ron Howard movie.
Oh,
Is he?
He is.
Didn't know
Bit
that.
like thingy is in all the Sam Raimi's.
Oh,
movies.
yeah, I know who you mean.
Mate from Evil Dead.
Yeah,
Ash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
can't remember his name.
Bruce Campbell.
Bruce Campbell. that's the one.
we all had brain farts then. we had to mention
He just
characters.
is
and go,
Ash.
"Ah."
He just is Ash.
Yeah,
He's
yeah, yeah.
always been Ash to me. I don't care what his real name is.
Except for when he's a waiter in Spider-Man. I like that part.
He's still Ash.
Yeah, yeah.
It's just Ash in the wrong universe.
Fair enough. There is a new trailer for Solo. Just a little bro kind of Lando and Han kind of trailer. That's out there if you fancy it. It's on our Facebook page. Off the back of this, the Obi-Wan Kenobi movie is rumoured to be moving forward very, very soon, which you love, Ross.
This is such a silly idea.
It's a terrible idea.
Don't really want him to do it.
Well, what's even worse is they're going to start filming a Yoda prequel next year.
Yeah, Yoda's fine because he's
Is it?
like 800 years old. So like
There's loads
a
of
young,
Millennia stories to tell.
a young Yoda learning to be a Jedi would be cool.
Or even
'cause he
Yoda
can't
telling-
do you know what would be nice to see Yoda not being the wise ass know-it-all that he is all the time.
But there's a brilliant story in one of the recent Marvel comics of Yoda going to this planet, and there's like these young kids, and they've got like control of the stone, and they're like basically they've got force powers, but they're not like his force powers. It's all to do with magnetism and rock, and he is basically useless against them to a certain degree, and then has to learn their ways to then communicate with them and get to a point where he can actually find a way off the planet.
Yeah.
And it's a great story because he's nullified for a little while, and it's all about him and his knowledge and stuff that kind of get him to that point. It's great. Yes, I'd love to see something like that. If they just do some of the things he's done in the past, then go for it. Whereas, yeah, Obi-Wan.
Obi-Wan Kenobi.
While we're on sci-fi, June, we got a little bit of June news.
Cool.
So, yes, apparently Danny Villeneuve has finished the scripts. He's been working with Eric Roth. He said he's not had this much fun since he created Incendies, and it's his wish to film both of the movies back to back. But financially, it's not possible, so they're going to have to do them one by one,
Ah.
which is interesting. So there's definitely two movies coming.
Cool.
I think that's the news, isn't it?
Yeah.
Have you seen a trailer for a game called Atomic Heart, Ross, by any chance?
No.
Go and have a look. It's on our Facebook page. It's like a cross between like Bioshock and Silent Hill. Really weird first-person shooter.
Two good games.
Yes. Two very twisted and kind of bizarre games as well
Yeah,
in
fucking
places.
weird games.
With actual good suspense levels in them as well.
Yeah. Very interesting. Ross has just nipped out for a toilet break because
We'll ask him a random question when he comes back in, because
Too
that's
large.
the rules.
He drank 2 large bottles of water before he started the show. That's what happens, isn't it? Have you seen the G.I. Joe movies, Adam? I forgot who you were there.
I watched the first one.
Right.
Didn't get on with it, and then didn't even bother with the second one.
Okay.
Because apparently Bruce Willis turns up in the second
is
one,
in the
and
second
he
one.
is G.I. Joe,
Oh, right, okay.
rather than the kid in it who isn't G.I. Joe, he's just AGI.
Right.
I don't understand it, it's all very confusing.
I've not seen either.
Right.
But they're making a Snake Eyes spin-off.
Right, okay.
We know from the Toys That Made Us,
Yeah.
he's only... do you remember why they made him?
Wasn't it to appeal to the different market or something?
No, they needed an extra figure, and they couldn't really... They needed something that was cheap to produce, so they just made a black one.
Oh, yeah.
So he was an all-black figure,
Yeah.
real cheap to produce for them, but he was an instant success.
Yeah, because he was a ninja.
Yeah, and everybody loves ninjas
Yeah.
because they're cool. So, yeah, his backstory is the interesting thing, though, because obviously he's Japanese.
Yeah.
And in the movie, he was played by Ray Park.
Yeah.
He was our chap that played Darth Maul, right?
He is
in
indeed.
Star Wars.
And Toad in X-Men's.
Yes. But yeah, I suppose at some point the guy's going to have to take his mask off or not be Snake Eyes. And how do you handle the fact that he doesn't talk?
Maybe he just never takes his mask off or talks.
How do you handle the fact that he doesn't talk, Ross?
Snake Eyes.
You
told him.
Make up your own. I knew that's what you were talking about. As
Did you?
well.
He could hear us. I could hear him walking up. So.
You introduce choose your own subtitles. So you go to Snake Eyes, and when you go in there, they ask you what genre you want this movie to be.
Right.
And you could just choose comedy, action, adventure, horror.
That's a very good idea. Jesus, Fox, if you're listening, this is great for Deadpool.
Yeah.
Be perfect.
Yeah.
Any character where you can't see what's actually being said. Well, that's why they're, getting away with telling different jokes on the same sequence of Deadpool, isn't it? Because you can't see what he's actually saying. So the one where he's flicking the blades around and missing the bullets, there have been several punchlines for the end of that scene, in trailers. And
I've
things.
just had a really good
Yeah.
idea that somebody's definitely had. This will not be original. When we all have AR goggles,
Yep.
you'll be able to go to cinema and have subtitles in your language.
Yep. Just augmented. Welcome to the future, ladies and gentlemen.
Welcome to Futurecast, where we talk about more G.I. Joe movies.
Have we bothered about a G.I. Joe movie? Are you bothered, Ross?
I didn't mind both those G.I. Joe movies. No,
Do you think they're worth watching?
probably not, but they're all right.
Okay.
They're not bad. They're not bad like Transformers is bad.
No, they're nowhere near as bad as... I didn't like them. Didn't get on with the first one, but I didn't think it was
They're bad
awful.
in the same way as the Turtles movies are bad.
Yeah.
Fair enough. I will pencil
They're
them
just
in
bad, not terrible.
on the bottom, the very bottom of my
The second
watch
one's
list.
alright. I think the second one's better than the first one. but
I
you kind of
couldn't
need to
watch
watch
the
first
second one because of the first one.
Where's the Mask movie?
Yeah.
It's on the way, isn't it?
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah. Was it me and you that spoke about that,
We
Adam?
did indeed, yeah.
There you go. Yes, it's coming, Ross. And those two properties are probably going to cross over.
I imagine so.
Anyone see the Predator trailer by any
Yeah,
chance?
I did.
Yeah?
Isn't it a bit like Alien vs Predator 2?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I thought. Yeah.
A lot, yeah. But hopefully it'll be far, far better, because Alien vs Predator 2 is shite, isn't it?
And he's saying that it's a direct sequel to the first one.
Yes.
So,
Yeah, he's
I'm
trying to do the
kind
Neil
of-
Blomkamp thing, isn't he? And
Yeah.
erase the second
Previous.
Well, the
two.
second one's fucking good.
Yeah, well, I loved it when I was 12.
Fucking voodoo magic,
But it wasn't-
man.
it
If you
wasn't
watch
his
it
work,
now, it's
was
probably
it?
terrible.
he didn't have any involvement with the second one, though, did he?
No.
No. That's probably why
He didn't have much involvement with the first one.
Wow.
They tried to get him to be involved with the screenwriting, but because he wouldn't play ball, they killed him off in the third or fourth scene, didn't they?
Yeah.
So, you know about this? We've spoken
Yeah,
about this
yeah,
on
we
the
talked
podcast
about it
before.
loads,
So, yeah. So he's in there as an actor.
Yeah.
They know he's a writer.
Yeah.
And they're like, can you help us out with this scene? No, I'm here to act. Right, we're killing you off. You're going home. So, we know a little bit more about the plot of Predators.
Yeah, it kind of, I don't know, it could be really good. It could just, unfortunately, do exactly what the Alien vs Predator films do, which is lots of Predator, but not necessarily very good.
Alien vs Predator 2 is still better than the first one, though.
Oh,
isn't it?
yeah.
The first one's fucking terrible.
Yeah.
From premise to execution to everything.
It makes a
It's 'cause it's a
really
12,
good
right?
board game.
Really?
Yeah, like
What, the
first
new one
Alien,
that's just
no,
come out?
First Alien
no, there's a
versus
new one
Predator
now,
makes
isn't
a
there?
really good board game. There was a HeroClix game that came out of it a while back. You basically just have a labyrinth, and you walk around as a predator, and someone else plays as the aliens coming out of tunnels, and the tunnels open and shut around you. And as a game, brilliant. As a movie, shite.
There's a new Star Wars one as well, isn't there?
Yes,
Desktop
it's
game with
a bit like
nice
Warhammer.
miniatures. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
not.
Is it called Legion or something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't got time to paint the Star Wars army as well as.
They don't come
Warhammer.
pre-painted.
No,
Ooh.
no.
Probably wouldn't want them to, would you really? They
No,
just do a
it's the
shit
best bit,
factory
mate.
job.
It's just fucking
you know.
painting them.
Just get the X-Wing board game, the X-Wing miniatures, where you get pre-painted ships and battle them on a table. It's much
Yeah,
more
but it's a
fun.
bit easier to paint a ship, isn't it?
Yeah, but they're already painted, so if you can't be bothered,
People
they're already done.
People still paint their X-wing stuff as
Oh
well.
yeah, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I've done a couple of custom jobs on a couple.
And they've just relaunched. X-wing. The second edition of it's come out.
Right.
It's a very good game though. It's really popular.
Yeah, very
Okay.
easy.
It's
to
a
play.
bridging game. Like it's got a lot of Magic players on board because, like, there's quite a big gulf between There's quite a big gulf between Magic and Warhammer because people don't want a hobby.
Yeah,
They want to play Warhammer, but they don't want to do the hobby part of it.
Right.
Whereas I just want to do the hobby part, and like, if I play a game once a year, then that's enough.
That's the snooze button. I was going to tell you about the new kind of synopsis thing for Predator, but do you want to know what it is? Ever so quick?
go on.
Okay.
Mutants. Genetically engineered
Yes,
ones.
that was the previous one. It's not that they've changed the movie or anything, but we've got a slightly different write-up, if you like. So, Quinn McKenna is a mercenary and estranged father who finds himself in serious trouble when a mission he's on is interrupted by an alien encounter. The government, trying to keep the situation under wraps, tries to bury him, and it winds up leading to him meeting a group called the Loonies, a group of soldiers with a wide variety of mental and emotional issues. They definitely aren't the best team, but they are the team at Quinn's disposal, and together they wind up being the line of defence between humanity and the deadly alien invasion.
So it's Alien versus Predator 2, but with a team of Murdochs
Yeah.
run by a man who's a thinner, less Austrian-sounding Schwarzenegger.
One of them's an angry school teacher or something, wasn't it?
Yeah, something like that.
So there we go. Right, let's whip through some trailers.
So that's Suicide Squad.
Yeah, kind of.
Though
There we
it'll
go.
be much better than that.
Oh, Amanda Iannucci, we should chuck that in ever so quick,
Oh.
because you like Amanda Iannucci, don't you? Is new David Copperfield movie. You know who's doing David Copperfield?
No.
Yes.
Yeah. So it's going to be starring Peter Capaldi, Dave Patel, Tilda Swinton, Hugh Laurie, and a bunch of other people that I don't know. But
Cool.
that's a strong cast straight away. So that's coming. Trailers and stuff. There's a documentary for the man who killed Don Quixote.
Cool.
Terry Gilliam's new movie. All these will be on our Facebook page if you want to go and have a look. Taron Egerton's Robin Hood. Have you guys seen the trailer? Please go and have a look. Please do, because I really want to talk about this on the show at some point. It looks interesting.
I don't want another Robin Hood.
What's this, about the 7th one in our lifetime?
More
Anyway.
than that, there's been like 4 TV shows as well.
Oh, God. There we go.
They never stop.
Arrested Development, Series 5. There's a,
That Robin Hood looks shit as well.
Catch up.
Sorry, have you seen the trailer for it?
Yeah, yeah.
It looks garbage,
It looks
doesn't it?
terrible, doesn't it?
It looks like a TV show.
Yep. But with Taron Egerton.
Does it look as good as Maid Marian and Her Merry Men?
No.
Then I'm not interested. Because that's
I love
the
that
best
show.
Yeah, it's
I'd
the
forgotten all
best
about that.
Robin Hood ever. Danny John Jules.
Tony Robinson.
Why don't you care?
Oh, yeah. He even
Yeah.
remembers the theme tune.
Yeah.
Blimey. I was young, so you bloody... Have you just seen it, like...
No, I watched it when it was on TV.
Really?
I'm not that much younger than you.
You're not?
No.
I thought it was about 10 years between us.
How old are you? No. It's less than that.
Okay. I noticed Adam didn't give his age, but hey.
No,
Searching.
I'm not that stupid.
Oh, that's all right. I'll bleep mine out. It's fine. Searching. There's a trailer for that movie on our Facebook page,
Cool.
which is a John Cho thriller. Interestingly, all shot on webcam and FaceTime.
Oh, okay.
all of it. So, yeah. Looks interesting
could
just
be
for
interesting.
that. Apparently it's quite groundbreaking. So,
Ooh.
yeah, people are really raving about it. The Spy Who Dumped Me, we've reported on that one before. There's a new trailer for that. There's a trailer for a terrible sci-fi called Occupation, and a terrible version of The Little Mermaid, because we knew there were two coming, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, the first one is on its way, imminent. Go and look at the trailer. It's just do you remember when War of the Worlds...
Is it someone trying to rush one out before Disney do theirs?
It's just somebody that doesn't really have an idea about filmmaking by the looks of it.
Well,
As in, do you remember when War of the Worlds was released by Steven Spielberg?
Yeah.
Like, there was one released by a very small film studio around the same time, and they did it as the proper period drama, which is what I really want from a War of the Worlds movie.
Yeah, yeah.
Set in the 1890s. With trying to tackle the...
Call blimey, Governor, look over there, there's mechanical machines coming this
Exactly.
way. Do you want the latest newspaper? The heat rays bound me to death.
Trying to tackle them with cannons and stuff. And
Yeah.
that's what I really want. But it was terrible because they used what's the old the old program for animation, Flash? Is it no? What's it called?
Flash.
I don't know. It looked about as good as Babylon 5, didn't it?
Yes, probably worse. To be honest,
It's not difficult.
there you go.
They did it in 3D Studio Max, but they ran out of money for textures.
Did it in an Amiga animation Hanna-Barbera software program.
Yeah, absolutely. There we are. So Little Mermaid, that's out there as well, and a Netflix TV series called You, which looks pretty terrifying, about a guy who looks very much like Henry Cavill, as it happens, who's a creepy stalker turned into a jealous, murderous boyfriend type
Is
thing.
it you as in the letter U or Y-O-U?
Y-O-U.
Oh, okay.
You. And
You there.
And the last two are from A24 Films, who seem to be absolutely killing it at the moment. All of their releases.
A24
Yeah,
films.
so they're just
That rings a
releasing
bell.
Hereditary and Prayer Before Morning, the one about a guy who's trapped in a Thai prison and becomes a champion Thai kickboxer.
Cool.
The one about a school kid that starts selling weed. What's that one called? High Times or something like that. Doesn't matter. But all of their films are getting really big rave reviews at the moment.
Maybe they're the company to watch
yeah,
at the moment.
absolutely.
Because the big ones are going to start collapsing around themselves until there's only one or two left, and then it'll be down to all the smaller ones to...
They're taking a really nice artistic approach to everything, and all of their camera work looks like it's been Instagrammed, for instance, and stuff. There's all nice sheens on things, and go and have a look. The last two films are Never Going Back, which is a teenage rebellion movie about two young girls, and of course Hereditary that I just mentioned. There's a new trailer for Mother's Day, so go and have a look at those. Unless you guys want to add anything, that's it.
No, I'm all good, mate.
We'll wrap the show up, shall we? So
I've got nothing to add to the lists.
if you want to find anything that we do outside of the podcast, please go and find perhaps our Facebook page or anywhere where there are links below, if you're watching this on YouTube, for instance.
Yeah.
Because we do loads of stuff. Music and poetry and shows and...
Cheese.
Games. Cheese.
I've made some cheese recently.
Rhubarb. Ross likes a bit of rhubarb, don't you, Ross?
I love rhubarb.
Oh, you can have
There you
some
go.
this year then. I've got a mass of it that grows at mine.
I like rhubarb.
If you'd like to write in and tell us about rhubarb, then please do. Yes, snewwiththecrew@gmail.com. You can find us on Twitter. You can find us on Facebook. You can
Find us on YouTube.
Yeah, anything at all.
Honourable mention to the gardeners of the universe, Libsyn and Sticher.
What a pair of hoes. Right, say goodbye, guys.
See you later.
Ta-ra.
Thanks for listening. See you another time. Bye-bye. Is that your mangina?